On the show today, inside the house party that wrecked Daniel Dubois' heavyweight title hopes, UFO hunting with João Felix, and Crystal Palace's £25 million office cock-up. This is The Upshot. I'm Jack Rivlin. Hello, Zach Sweeney-Lynch.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, how you doing?
Very good, thanks, yeah.
Fired up.
Fired up and ready to go.
And JP's here.
Hello, brother.
On licence.
Yeah, out and about, ready to go.
Yeah, raring to go.
You've finally taken off your Trevor Chalobah shirt.
I am. I actually I met a Chelsea fan the other day who had been to every single Chelsea World Club match, but he'd come home to the UK after every single Club World Cup match. He went in and out of the US
Oh my
like
God.
7 times. He spent like 10 grand.
Why?
He just got obsessed with it. He went to every fucking match.
So what, had he not planned to go?
He went to
Initially.
the first 2 and then was like, I'm really loving it out here. Like, I've not been to
But had to
America
get
in a
back
while.
for work? Or?
And then like had a bit of savings, and he spent the entirety of his savings just.
Was he have to come back for work? Is that why? Couldn't get the time
coming
off?
back. Yeah.
That's fucking dedication.
That's
Yeah.
mental. How you
I'm
must
like,
have
mate,
spent...
it was shit. Why did you do that?
Yeah, because that must be like tens of thousands of
I
pounds.
think he said he spent like 15 grand.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought
Fair
he
play
was
to
like
him.
that, yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out, whatever your
Shout
fucking
out
name is.
Olex.
Olex. Speaking of cup victories, the Lionesses are in the final.
Go on, girls.
Just coming home.
Did you watch it?
I watched up to 70 minutes and they were 1-0 down.
Gave
They
up.
come back, yeah.
I actually went the other way around. I missed the first half and then switched on about 60 minutes, so caught the good bits.
Because you just
And
knew they'd do it in the last minute.
I
'Cause
just
that's
had
what they do.
faith.
Love
Yeah.
that.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
The Lionesses.
It's quite a lot of
Um,
Italian time wasting followed by justice.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of them giggling on the bench when we were down, and then a lot of crying at full time. And,
Yeah.
and even when the equaliser went in, they were already crying at like 90 minutes. I think doing it against Italy just feels
It
so
feels good, doesn't it?
Still, because they were such smug fucks after the
Yeah.
men's Euros final that just getting one over them feels
Well, when they're,
amazing.
it's coming Rom.
It's coming Rom.
Yeah.
I saw Mario and Luigi, 2 geezers, giving it to like all the female fans after the before the game. So I'm hoping that the female fans like, fuck off, Mario.
It's so funny though because it's all because it's women and they're not men and Aggie. It's all like really good natured, like you were saying.
Yeah,
like,
the side. There was a lot of like fish and chips, like
It's greater than
pizza sides like that.
And then
Which
like,
it's all very.
and then you've got the blokes watching it and being like, "Have some of that, Italy."
Yeah.
Bring in the poison. From a really good natured game.
It's quite nice, like instead of all chairs being thrown and like people getting arrested, just a bit
Yeah.
of like light-hearted,
way
friendly
nicer.
banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chloe Kelly is obviously like a star for just these like last minute contributions. 'Cause didn't she scored a really important penalty in 2023 as well? I can't remember. It was in a shootout and it was more powerful than any penalty in the Premier League that season.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd have thought Lauren James would have got that because she's like, Lauren James for me is the best in that team.
Just out of loyalty.
Just out of
to
loyalty.
the James
You know
family.
that. You know it.
Yeah.
Do you remember also, so when they won the last Euros, obviously like all you want to do is go and sing Sweet Caroline with your mates and like have a bender, but you've got to do a tour of all the breakfast studios. And Chloe Kelly had the misfortune of drawing Richard Madeley as her interviewer, who's the Alan Partridge of real life. And he was like, Chloe, I'm going to call you Coco because that's what I call my daughter. And then he was like, you know, if I was, how are you feeling? If I was your dad right now and I was like, how are you feeling, love? What would you say? I think she would have said,
Fuck off, you prick.
yeah, you patronising git. But yeah, for me, the star, because she just pops up off the bench.
Yeah,
That's
and Agyemang was it who scored
Yeah.
the other one? She's a bit of a star as well.
They're saying she might win sports personality. The competition we don't care about, but
Yeah, the
She's-
Why don't you care about it?
most worthless goal in
yeah,
football.
it's just fucking lame. I hate it.
Do you,
I love it.
sports personality?
I love
on, it's
it.
just
It's like
moron shit.
inspirational.
That's more on shit.
You've been sucked in.
I have, and I'm in.
Who's inspired you?
I drank the Kool-Aid.
Has,
Didn't our
Roy-
friend Luke Littler get it this year?
He's 10-1 to win it this year.
Fucking right, mate. That's
He should.
great.
Yeah, he should have won it if he didn't.
Cheer up, lads.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway, speaking of knockout heroes, do you remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about Kian Harro, who's the Oldham striker? He scored a late winner, Chloe Kelly style, in the playoff final last season. And then quite soon after that, he got into a brawl in Ibiza where he threw a chair and it knocked a woman out. Anyway, we talked about the story. Over the weekend, Oldham fans at a pre-season friendly before it, Kian was warming up and the fans unveiled a new chant for him.
He
Yeah,
threw a chair
very
and he
nice.
gives a fuck.
Yeah, he scored the
Scored
goal
the
to
goal,
send
so,
Oldham up.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's a good chant.
Yeah, it is.
And he gave them a nice grin and clapped. It was all very sweet and good natured. And he has been in touch with us too. Not sure it was.
He wasn't grinning and clapping when he did that. I don't think.
Not sure it was quite as good natured because obviously we talked about the fight in Ibiza, and then we also talked about his previous convictions for poaching hares in North Yorkshire, and we clipped it and put it on Instagram as a reel. And Kian just forwarded it to us with
Wait.
no comment.
Just the real.
It was he just shared the reel with us.
That's
It's quite
scary.
always, I think it's more ominous that he didn't say anything. It's just like it's like seeing someone from the other side of the room and they're just like
Yeah,
He's like living upstairs rent free right now. isn't he?
Oh god, yeah. mate.
Just before you go to bed at night.
Yeah, it's the walk to work I'm worried about. Is a chair going to come through the window of Upshot Towers,
Do you
you
think
just see a
all-
pack of lurcher dogs just hunting you down.
just poking their noses out of a blacked out
Yeah.
Range Rover?
safe to say he'd probably knock us all out, wouldn't he?
Oh mate,
He's one of the people that we've talked about that I least want to be on the wrong side of.
Do you think
Especially knowing like the sort of animals that he keeps.
Do you think if we were allowed all three of us to go at him,
No way.
we'd have a
Or
chance?
is this like the one gorilla versus 100 people thing?
3 upshot hosts versus
Three
one
absolute
Kian Harro.
pussies versus Kian Harro.
I think we'd get absolutely
mate.
fucking
I think he could have,
slaughtered.
without actually making contact with us, he could have all three of us on our knees sobbing,
Yeah.
begging.
Yeah.
I think you'd go first,
mean, he's-
then you, then me.
Yeah.
You're definitely going first.
I think I'd just step out my front door and there'd be one of those bear traps. They're like foot ones. I'm just going to be trapped in that, and then he's just going to come and just beat the shit out of me while my leg's trapped in it. Or maybe even I'm gonna have to check my garden now because like in case he's dug one of those, they're like
With leaves over it.
Viet Cong traps with like he dug a hole in the ground with like spikes
There's
up.
just a lurcher waiting there for you. Yeah, I hope no one's got any pet rabbits, because if so, double lock the hutch tonight.
Yeah.
Have you got rabbits?
No, my dog looks like a rabbit though, doesn't it?
True.
right.
Better, lock
He
her
can
in.
come after me, but if he comes after Pickles, we're going to have issues.
Anyway, Kian, just want you to know it's all good natured.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah, please don't hurt us.
I thought we stuck up for him a bit though, didn't we?
Yeah. I don't know, 2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah. Has anyone else got in touch? I'm trying to remember any. John Terry blocked us on Twitter.
I had beef with James Arthur on Twitter once. Do you remember James Arthur who won Pop Idol?
Oh, right.
I can't remember what I commented, but he took it really the wrong way and he was fucking DMing me. I'll try and get him out.
Really?
We can share him, yeah. I had to block. Well, we both blocked each other because he got a bit much.
Wait, from you were abusing him on
No,
Twitter?
I wasn't abusing him. I just said something about his record and he went absolutely nuts at me on Twitter. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a bit much. And then the next thing I know, we'd kind of both blocked each other. So it sort of ended there. James, if you're
A
listening.
truce.
Yeah, truce.
James, Kian, it's all.
Yeah.
We're sorry. Grealish, we had a message from Grealish.
Oh, that
quite
was
good
nice.
natured,
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah.
It was when he did that interview and he said the best thing since sliced veg. And he was like, I said bread, it's my accent. But he was like laughing. He was quite
Yeah.
nice about it. Unlike his manager who sent us a legal letter. Right, should we, which I
Yeah.
can't go into. Should we talk about some sports stories?
Yeah, in fact,
Go on
actually,
then.
speaking of people getting absolutely battered by people twice their size, it was obviously Dubois against Usyk on Saturday night, and it was a resounding victory for Alexander Usyk, 5th round. And yeah, Usyk's so he's undisputed heavyweight champion for the second time now. He's also been undisputed at cruiserweight as well. So
Yeah.
I think now definitively greatest boxer of his generation, really. Also, second time that he's beaten Daniel Dubois in the last 12 months. And, after the last fight, you'd think that Daniel would be leaving nothing to chance with his training this time around. Like, he knows he's got to be top of his game. And fortunately, Daniel's got his dad in the corner, who is a real stickler for intense training. So we talked before about this brutal regime that he had Daniel and his other siblings, who are also boxers, on when they were kids. Daniel's got these scars on his hands because his dad would make him do press-ups for hours at a time. So he did this interview with the BBC where he said that when he was 5, he held the world record for consecutive push-ups.
How many?
I think it was 5 hours. He said
5 hours worth of push-ups.
push-ups.
Aged 5.
Aged 5.
Is his dad all right?
No.
Well,
No.
the neighbours also were worried about that as well. There was one time, police got called to their house because Daniel and his siblings were doing laps around their estate for like hours at a time, and the neighbours thought that this was like child abuse, basically.
Dad's got him on a bleep test.
Yeah. He did an interview. He was asked about his upbringing one time, and Dubois said, "The outside world sort of passed me by." So it was just like
Boot camp.
It was boot camp, really.
I find Dubois quite childlike, and I wonder whether that's because he's been so...
Because the outside world passed him by. He wasn't allowed the internet, was he?
I think he wasn't allowed a phone or the internet, and I don't know. It was just
I'm sure there was a thing about not being allowed water until you'd...
Yeah, sometimes his dad wouldn't give them dinner or water until he'd finished his push-ups.
Jesus Christ.
Which,
Isn't the whole family a fighting family as well? Like,
yeah, so his
good, right?
sister held a title, I forget which one, cruiserweight.
Under threes press-ups.
Yeah, the under 11s bleep test
Yeah.
record is so obviously he had quite a mental childhood, but it seems like Dubois Senior has mellowed a little bit in his old age, because on the day of Daniel's big fight last Saturday, his dad Stanley threw what the press have described as an insane 70-person house party at their family mansion in Essex. So this is
Some tunes going.
Yeah, this is literally hours before the biggest fight of his career.
Yeah.
Presumably, like he's become heavyweight champion if he wins it, and Daniel is at the party. He's like at home trying to get ready for it, and the house is just slowly filling up with more and more people. Apparently, most of them were strangers to him, just like his dad's mates and like friends of friends. Got a video from behind the scenes at the party.
This is like a few hours before the ring walk. Walk, right? Like 2 hours.
It's Daniel Dubois.
Fucking... Yeah, there's tunes.
Tune.
Looks like a pretty vibey house
Isn't that
party.
a famous
but
actor?
less vibey outside, but
But
still.
there's loads of people just chilling
Yeah.
outside as well.
I guess it is quite normal for them to have an entourage.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but surely like
he
you shouldn't be there.
I was reading like people, former professional boxers talking about it, and they were like, 2 hours before your ring walk, every single detail needs to be right. One little thing can throw you
Yeah,
off.
you're in a
I need to be
ritual,
like
right?
completely on my own, in my zone.
Yeah.
And he's at a fucking house party.
Yeah.
Having it.
I'm sure Usyk's like in his meditation chamber,
Yeah.
like eating micro portions of spirulina protein shakes and memorizing punch sequences.
Yeah.
And instead, Daniel was just at some house party covered in like rum punch. It's like music blasting out. Apparently, he had to take himself off for a drive at some point to try and clear his head.
Bleep test round the block.
I mean, I do rate it.
I mean, I don't know if Daniel was like in on this or his dad just just did it out of the blue. But apparently he then, as it like got closer to the fight time, his dad Stanley requested extra cars so they can get the whole entourage brought to Wembley together. And then when they got there, they didn't have enough security passes to get in, so security wouldn't let them through. And Daniel ends up having to get out and walk into Wembley. So when he got into the stadium at 8:20,
Can you imagine walking down Wembley Way and just being like,
so, is that? Aren't you sure? It's like you're not supposed
He's
to
like
be there.
booking Ubers for his dad's
Yeah.
mates.
mental
He got into Wembley 90 minutes before the ring walk.
against the best boxer of his
Against,
generation?
you're against Usyk. Come on. Apparently, at this point, his dad's still arguing with security about getting everyone in. He's like, his dad was threatening to call off the fight if they didn't let everyone in.
Simon Jordan said on TalkSport that there was that his dad was threatening to say that Dubois is not fighting unless my mates can come.
You can imagine he's like ringing Daniel as well, being like, come back for a sec.
Yeah.
Can you just slip off your wristband and pass it through
like
the fence?
Flintstones.
It's just like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you expect Jake Paul to do before his fight against Angry Ginge or something.
Yeah.
But like,
But
not.
I cannot square that with what his dad was like in
Yeah,
his
yeah,
youth.
yeah.
Although maybe the defining characteristic is like control freak. It's just like,
Doing something to control them.
yeah, well, it's like you think this is your day, but fuck you, I'm going to make you come to my party kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my totally cod psychology of it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. There's been a lot of other boxing commentators and stuff have been coming out of being like, there needs to be an inquest into this. Apparently the whole like Dubois camp is going to look into it. His promoter came out and said, I would like to change the word from party to gathering.
Yeah, sure,
I
mate.
think it was actually a shindig.
There's certainly a certain profile of boxing dad, isn't there? Like Fury's dad's fucking mental.
Yeah.
He's fucking mental.
Yeah.
Like, I think you've got to like be a
Yeah.
bit tweaked.
Yeah, you could actually see John Fury throwing a little party like that, but I don't know. Don't think Tyson Fury would be there.
No, yeah.
To be fair, Daniel Dubois' trainer said that they'd actually done the same thing before he fought AJ in last year's November or something as well. I think it was.
We'll have a little shubs.
And
So
yeah,
it's-
they'd
it's
had a
good
little
luck.
party, and for that time it had worked. I don't know.
Yeah, we got away with it. Well, so were they
Yeah.
like almost like it's superstition now? I mean, it's possible that he's the kind of guy who's like, I just need my mind to be taken off it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you can't.
I think if you've got Usyk sitting in a dark room getting like ready and meditating, you kind of
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
have like a bit of structure.
But like most grooms can't relax at their wedding till they've done their speech. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine you can relax at a party when you're about to go toe to toe with Usyk.
I don't know. It seems ridiculous.
Has Daniel said anything yet?
No, he hasn't come out and said anything. I think his dad's probably got some questions
His
to
dad's
answer.
probably locked him in the airing cupboard to check on the home brew.
He's got the bleep test out.
Yeah.
Right, off you go, son.
Yeah.
He's got apparently Parker's the next one for Usyk.
Joseph Parker, yeah.
And that unifies another belt, I think.
Right, he's Kiwi, isn't he?
Yeah.
The only thing I know about Joseph Parker is that he was named in a big drug smuggling suit in New Zealand,
Uh-oh.
where like he was never even charged with any crime, but these guys got done for, I think it was meth, it could have been coke, and Parker. They basically got these guys' phones and all these really incriminating texts, and one of the texts was like, "Yeah, the money's coming from Joseph Parker, the world champion boxer. Cheers, mate." And then there was like a user called like J Parker with his like year of birth or something like that. It was bad, but he's never actually been charged with any crime. But yeah, so I wonder what his pre-fight party's looking
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
I wanna go.
Maybe we should have a joint party.
I wanna
before. Right, it's been a big old summer for soccer in America. The Juventus squad got to advise on the bombing of Tehran. Donald Trump lifted the Club World Cup trophy on the pitch, and a whole 3,000 people turned out in Florida to see Ulsan versus Mamelodi Sundowns. And, you know, we're now a year out from the World Cup itself, which is going to be largely held in America. And the ESPN Awards, which are the most prestigious sporting gongs in America. They're like their answer to the
The
Grammys.
sports personality of the year.
Yeah, the Spotties.
Maybe I should get into it.
Yeah, I think you'll be more entertained by this one. So they call them the ESPYs because they're like the Grammys and the Emmys and all that stuff. Anyway, the ESPN Awards have anointed a new hero ahead of the World Cup. So there's a Best Soccer Player Award, and the last two winners of it were Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe, which sort of makes sense. And, you know, everyone's wondering who's going to be crowned this year. Maybe Lamine Yamal, Vinicius Jr., Rodri. But in the end, the winner, the judge's choice, was Mr. Christian Pulisic, who, to be fair, you know, he led AC Milan to a historic 8th place this season. And he did captain his country in that brave 1-0 defeat to Panama back in March. You know, don't get me wrong, Christian Pulisic is a very good player, right? Since he's left Chelsea, he's done all right at AC Milan. He might end up being America's best player ever. I think he probably will.
Yeah, who's he up against? Clint Dempsey,
Brad Guzan,
Brad Guzan.
Casey
Fucking hell.
Keller,
Josie Altidore, Damarcus Beasley.
DeAndre Yedlin. The list is endless.
Yeah,
Freddie Adu.
Yeah, Freddie Adu. It's got a way to go to catch Freddie Adu's advert. To be fair, I think Pulisic is the fastest to 50 goals or something like that. Like he's probably the most.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He is a good player.
He's probably not the best soccer player in the world at the moment. And just for context, it's not like it was the best American player. Like I said, Messi and Mbappe are the previous winners, and Max Verstappen won best F1 driver. But in every other category, they did basically give the award to Americans. So the best athlete overall, I think they gave to Simone Biles, the gymnast. It's quite weird in a non-Olympic year, but
Do you think it's like Americans' lack of football knowledge? They want to give it to someone that they might relate to.
yes.
Like,
but I feel like Christian Pulisic, they've been trying to make this happen for some time.
Quite a while.
A long time.
They've been banging that drum.
So, for example, last year, the pundits on Fox News, I've got a clip I'll show you of them comparing him to Messi and Maradona after America beat Bolivia 2-0.
There's nobody like Messi, and I don't think that there ever will be somebody like Messi. It's a generational talent. It's like Maradona, and then Messi has just had that crown. But there's other players, Jude Bellingham, Pulisic's coming up. There's nobody like Messi, and I don't think
Pulisic's coming up, isn't he? He's like 26.
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Maradona.
Yeah, that really
Not
great.
fucking kebab.
Yeah. Spot the odd one out in that list. Messi, Maradona, Bellingham. Pulisic. And then also, do you know that American TV show Porn Stars?
Love this TV show.
Yeah, it is really good. So it's like
good.
people bring stuff in that they want to pawn, and the guy who owns the pawn shop has to decide, am I going to buy it or not? And this fan brings in a signed Pulisic Chelsea shirt, asking for $1,500. Here's shop owner Corey Harrison's take on Pulisic's legacy.
So what do we got here?
I have a signed Christian Pulisic jersey. Plays for Chelsea FC team in the Premier League.
This guy's like the phenom guy, right? He's like the LeBron James of soccer.
Definitely.
And then the owner of the shirt gives it the hard sell on Christian Pulisic.
He ended up being one of the top players in the Premier League, which, I mean, for an American, that's pretty far and few between. He is probably one of the most watched on the Chelsea team.
Oh, yeah?
What does that mean? One of the most watched on the Chelsea team.
They're all watched.
They're all watched. Sort
So
of
you mean
similar.
player cam?
He's chatting absolute fucking breeze.
Also,
isn't he?
Christian Pulisic was generally on the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He also-
definitely wasn't a starter.
There's also a bit where he says that he plays up front.
No, it's centre mid.
He says centre mid sometimes up front. He's a winger. He is a winger, isn't he? Yeah. And then they bring in the expert to judge on the value of the shirt. And here's how he describes Christian Pulisic.
Big soccer fan, aren't you? Clearly. Christian Pulisic's one of the finest soccer players or football players in the world. And he plays in England. He plays for Chelsea, and the kid's 22 years old. So, you imagine the talent this guy has. We think of guys like Messi or Ronaldo, and this kid's already being compared to all that.
Look at him nodding. That damn right.
It's really good how he's obviously like reading up a sheet as well.
Yeah.
Or football, should we say, in the Premier League. Needless to say, the shirt does not sell.
Oh,
He wants 1,500. The expert values it at 400, and the owner's like, nah.
not going to sell.
The expert's valued at 400.
Yeah, 400.
And
Not 400.
He still does it. Still does
He says
sell.
it's too big for the wall. He's like, it's a waste of my wall space. I love the bit when he goes, he's 22, so you can imagine the talent here.
Well, clearly.
I like the LeBron James of soccer. Is my favorite one.
Well, clearly
Do you
they're
think-
right.
Do you think they've kind of set it up to try and like dupe the shop owner? I don't think they have. I think it is just like they're all
Chances.
yeah.
Yeah, none of them got too much. I guess you've got to give it the hard sell.
Yeah.
But the shop owner's the one saying the LeBron thing. Finally, do you remember when Fox Sports, they ranked the 5 greatest athletes of all time on TV? And so I'll go from number 5. Number 5, Serena Williams. Number 4, Tom Brady. Number 3, Babe Ruth. Number 2, Muhammad Ali. Number 1, Michael Jordan. I mean, great athletes.
Yeah, all great athletes. Babe Ruth, I'm not sure.
Well, I
Just
mean, in baseball.
he was a good baseball player, but we talked about it on the baseball episode, right? His diet was, I forget what it was, but it was like
Yeah.
it was an insane amount of like steaks and hamburgers and
steaks
cocaine and
unmarried
butter,
women.
just- yeah.
I mean, all of
Booze.
those are probably the best in their sport, but apart from Serena Williams and Muhammad Ali, none of them compete against any other country.
Yeah, so they're just doing America here, or they're saying
Yeah.
globally?
No,
this is great. This is greatest,
Oh, right.
greatest athletes of all time.
But what's the difference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, love it.
yeah,
Surprised there's no Michael Phelps on there as well.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to think who else ridiculous they would have chucked in.
Well, Pulisic.
Wayne,
Pulisic.
Wayne. Yeah.
Pulisic somewhere between Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali. for
Yeah.
me.
This guy saw the Muhammad Ali of Serie A, of the mid-table battle. Wayne Gretzky they could have put on there as well.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it will obviously we'll see. Maybe Pulisic will be a hero at the World Cup.
He's going to come good. I
He
think.
is good.
He is sort of. I mean, we've been talking about him in the same breath as Ronaldo and Messi.
Oh,
too.
he's up there, isn't he? Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
To every American.
Yeah.
It's going to be annoying if he fucking nails it in the World Cup.
It was those three: Ronaldo, Messi, Pulisic, and for me, Weston McKennie as well.
Yeah.
It's sort of the only one who could even be mentioned in the same breath.
Like, I guess there'll never be a player like DeAndre Yedlin again.
Yeah.
but thinking of this generation,
Yeah. Did you see Palace fans were out protesting last week? So they've obviously been demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League, and they did this big protest outside Selhurst Park. Some of the signs were quite incomprehensible. We're looking at one. It says Screwaford Palace in Europa League Fair and Square. I'm not exactly.
I'm not 100% sure where to go with
Screwaford
that.
out loud is quite good. Written down, it's fucking looks like a
It's
Scrabble.
weird. And Screwaford, I did Screwaford Fair and Square. It's just it doesn't really make sense.
Placards never really do. It's rare that you see a placard and you think that's witty.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like she's really happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screwaford's
Bless her.
quite.
Screwaford's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I do feel bad for them.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, I
you do feel
fucking
bad.
awful.
Yeah, you might not understand their placards, but
They're such a likeable team, and they just like
yeah.
And like, you won the FA
It's
Cup.
not really
Yeah.
their fault. What I mean,
It's,
in case you missed the whole story, just to explain, the reason they've been kicked out of the Europa League is because they're co-owned by John Textor, this American guy who also owns Lyon, who are now also in the Europa League, and UEFA have this rule that you can't have two clubs with the same ownership group in the same competition. So Palace, they're unfortunate. It's nothing to do with like the fans or the players, whatever.
why did Leon get picked over Palace?
They finished
They
higher
finished
in their
higher
league.
than Palace in the
They
league.
didn't win the
Brutal.
fucking FA Cup.
Yeah, they
Brutal.
actually got relegated for like financial mismanagement or something.
This year?
Yeah, but
really?
they got relegated, but they appealed it and went back up. So
Fucking
What
hell.
a mess.
yeah,
Football is a
it
mess.
is all a mess. Although it turns out that Palace didn't exactly help themselves in their case. So all that John Textor actually had to do to ensure Palace would be in the competition was move his shares into a blind trust, it's called. But he missed the deadline for that. And Nick Miller, this athletic journalist, did a deep dive on the case.
No doubt about that.
And yeah, very typical athletic. And he revealed that Palace had missed a load of key emails from UEFA warning them about this deadline because the email they'd given them to receive updates on the case was info at cpfc.co.uk, which, as Nick Miller put very well, that's the address you give to cranks complaining there's 13% less meat in the pies than last season, which a journalist who's irritating questions you don't actually want to answer.
No one's ever got a reply from
Yeah,
info at.
Yeah, your heart sinks when you get given that.
Yeah.
It's like the Alexander Seferin sending off these things and just getting the bounce back from like do not reply at CPFC.
This inbox is not monitored. However, head,
Yeah.
head to our website where you can fill out a contact form
Yeah.
or consult our FAQs.
Yeah, speak to our AI chatbot.
Nothing more annoying than
Or
a
just-
fucking AI
yeah.
chatbot.
I like the idea of Alexander
Live chat.
Seferin on hold to like the Palace ticket office to talk to some spotty 17-year-old. Can
Intern.
you get Steve Parish on the phone?
Or it's just, when it's automated and he's just going, speak to a human. Speak to a human.
If your query is about Europa League eligibility, please consult the FAQs section of our website.
I've seen Steve Parish is out there on an absolute PR campaign at the minute. He's doing like half-hour interviews with Sky Sports News. He's done a one-on-one with Gary Lineker, just like absolute sub-story in
Is he
it.
blaming the club?
Blaming the club. He said, no, he's not
Is he
necessarily
still
blaming the
involved,
club.
Parish?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's-
right.
he's
Sorry.
chairman, I
Chairman,
think,
yeah.
Oh, so what's he saying?
He's basically out just going like, this is an absolute travesty. We deserve it. Like we've been kicked out on a default on some weird rule. If this was Liverpool or a big club, nothing. This would have been sorted already. And it's like,
Well, you shouldn't use the info at.
fucking get rid of the info
give
out,
me,
mate.
Give me a proper email address.
But
Give him a phone number.
Steve at cpfc.co.uk, fucking moron.
Do you see he was also trying to say that Nottingham Forest fans would want, because so Nottingham Forest have taken Palace's place in the Europa League and Palace have got their spot in the Conference League, and he was saying that Nottingham Forest fans wouldn't want this. This isn't how they would like to qualify.
I'm sure, mate.
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not the
I mean,
case.
George, who we work with, is a Forest fan, and he confirms they want it. Although
He was
there
very
is
smug
something
about
to
it.
be said for playing in the Conference League because you might fucking win it.
I think
it.
so. I think Palace have got a decent shout.
But you do have to do you don't get the really exciting games early on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's obviously just not as big a prize. And you kind of think if you won the FA Cup, that's got to count for more than coming. Sixth?
Yeah.
So, 6th and 7th.
I
I
just
think
think-
it's 25 million prize money difference between Conference Europa.
Yeah. I think we only won like 18 mil. Only 18 mil for doing that.
How much do you get for the Club World Cup?
94 mil.
Well, and that's gone straight on
Some-
João Pedro. No.
It's more than
God
that
knows.
though as well, because it's they've been holding off on the front of shirt sponsor because you get the badge for 4 years saying world champions. So they were saying it's going to be tens and tens.
So
and
now
tens.
we're
We'll
gonna
we'll
get
cut
like-
that bit though, yeah? Can't have too much positive news about Chelsea winning that tin pot bullshit.
We're definitely going to get sponsored by something like fucking Bitcoin now. Or
Yeah.
something like that, or
Yeah.
Trump or something.
Yeah.
Trump International
Towers.
Resorts.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You can just see it
Did you
coming.
see Trump said he's going to do an executive order saying Americans have to call it football, not soccer?
That's probably the best thing he's ever fucking said.
Yeah, I mean, I presume it's a joke, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of in need of a bit of good PR.
Yeah,
isn't he?
I think that's what they call a dead cat move.
Actually, this whole Crystal Palace affair reminded me of some other admin cock-ups though. So, this is years back. Man United were trying to sign Erling Haaland when he was about 18 or something, still playing for Molde in Norway, and they had a £3 million deal lined up for him, and they were supposed to call Molde at 9 a.m. to just confirm that this was the bid that they wanted to lodge, but they forgot about the time difference to Norway and ended up calling it 10 a.m. their time. In the meantime, Molde had taken a call from Salzburg, who called at the correct time
And got him.
and got a deal for him.
It's really good.
Typical United.
Yeah. There was another one. This is 2015. So sort of before the era of real United chaos, David De Gea was supposed to be moving from United to Real Madrid, and Keylor Navas was supposed to be going the other way. But they ended up missing the deadline because the fax machine wasn't working.
What, they couldn't get the message through. What are they using a fax machine in 2015 for?
Yeah, I think they still use fax machines a
paperwork.
lot for, like, paperwork. It's very,
Can you not scan it?
yeah, I think so.
DocuSign.
Yeah, tiny scanner.
I don't know. Did you have DocuSign in 2015? I think you still work with
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah, he did. So then I think I remember that the fax landed 28 minutes late, and La Liga were just like,
I think it was
sorry.
I think it was like 28 seconds or something.
Oh,
It
really?
was like,
Oh,
I
that's
think it was a
unfair.
matter of
You can imagine the league being an absolute cunt. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Javier Tebas.
Yeah. Anyway, it seems like pleading their case isn't working for Palace so far. I don't think it is. I saw a pic of one of their fans turning up at the UEFA headquarters with a briefcase of cash.
What, to try and move the needle?
I think he's saying like you're corrupt. Look, you take bribes, sort of thing.
Oh, right.
I love that
She's just done it. Just like she's there. She's like, I literally just work on reception.
Yeah, it's like this building actually has a number of different companies who you're here to see.
She looks quite interested.
Also, I love that he's put a suit on for it. He's suited up to go and face UEFA.
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering whether another reason that Palace didn't get the message about their Europa League eligibility issues is because maybe Steve Parish was off on holiday in Tenerife and his Tesco mobile SIM didn't work over there.
Hasn't got roaming activated.
His data was out.
Had aeroplane mode on.
Yeah. But what Steve should have done before his trip away was get himself a Saily SIM. Because that is, as we know, the cheapest way to get mobile data while you're abroad on holiday. And so Saily, if you're not familiar, is a new eSIM service app brought to you by the creators of NordVPN. You can download it once and you get cheap data plans for 200 countries. It's the cheapest, easiest way to use your phone abroad.
Anyone going abroad anytime
I'm going to
soon?
Greece in a couple of weeks.
Oh, get
So-
yourself a
get
Saily
yourself a
app.
Have you got any? You got any freebies for us?
Well,
No? Any treats
you're
for
in,
the
you're
boys?
in luck, JP, because best of all, Saily are giving a 15% discount to Upshot listeners.
You're joking? What have you worked for the upshot?
Still 15%.
Come on.
You can expense it. Actually, no, you fucking can't.
You haven't even showed up for the last 2 weeks.
P45 is going to be on my desk after
with,
this.
with a
isn't it?
Saily SIM. There you fucking go. Enjoy your
Enjoy Greece.
And stay abroad.
There's 2 gig. Have fun. What are you up to in Greece?
Just me and
Culture.
the missus just having a bit of a, I would say alone time, but we're going with another couple, you know?
Lovely.
Just having a nice little trip
Well, you
away.
get them each an eSIM.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, they could all.
You don't need to,
do that,
instead of bringing a gift.
Yeah, just bring an eSIM.
Yeah. Just, there's no physical SIM.
I've actually got to get our friends' parents a thank you present, so maybe I'll get them
Get him a Saily SIM.
a Saily.
Yeah.
If it's the friend's parents I'm thinking of, then he's very active online, particularly
he?
when he's on a sunbed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he could probably use the VPN, actually, knowing what he's.
What's
generally
he
looking
up? What's he up to online?
He's, like everyone's got a mate's dad who sends them some pretty out there WhatsApp, forwarded content. He's mine.
Right.
He could use a VPN.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think you do get you get an ad blocker with your eSIM.
Mm.
I'll get him a Saily SIM then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him to get a VPN as well.
Okay.
Some of that stuff's not legal in Greece. All right, how do people get this eSIM?
So they can download Saily in the App Store. So that's Saily SAILY. Download that in the App Store and use the code UPSHOT at the checkout to get 15% off your first purchase. So you'll find the details in the podcast episode description box.
And
have
if
a
you're
look.
watching this on YouTube, there should be a QR code on screen right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magic.
There you go.
Right. We talked last week about Matthias de Ligt dumping his wife because he'd grown sick of her appetite for witchy spiritual shit. I saw you in the comments on Instagram, JP, saying glass houses to me.
I think I called you pot kettle black.
Pot kettle black, yeah. But I didn't dump my wife. I just gritted my teeth. Anyway, not all footballers are put off by another half who does her own research. So João Felix, the sometime Chelsea player, has begun dating this Colombian model called Valentina Rueda Belez. And she's credited with taking one of the clearest videos ever of a UFO. So she was on a flight cruising at 20,000 feet a couple of years ago when this object flew past and she captured it on her phone. Let's watch the video now. Link in the description. Prepare to be spooked.
Ooh. Wow. Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
And then look, they slow it down.
It's. Yeah.
Look at the shape of it.
It's a weird. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's the
That
still.
is-
Shaped like a planet. Could that be? So by the way, this
evidence
was like
about life from outer space.
this
yeah.
was big news in the space aliens community. So one UFO blogger praised it as possibly the clearest UFO footage ever.
It was lucky that she was filming at that moment, wasn't it?
That's
What was she
what I was
filming? So there
wondering.
wasn't. It's not like.
those influencers are always like filming the fucking skies and shit, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah. Like
There's
the
no like
clouds.
view. It's just
But
clouds.
it's just clouds. There's nothing particularly to look at that point.
I was thinking. So a lot of people are saying
content.
drone, obviously.
Drones don't go that high though. do
Yeah,
they?
or that fast.
Or like
Yeah.
American kind of
And
like
it's-
aircraft.
Yeah. The
pilot.
angle,
It's
the
quite
angle
small.
that it's flying at looks like
Apparently, it
nothing,
could just be like space debris.
nothing
but
that
then
could
it's
be
too
made
low.
of human hands.
Are you
I was-
trying to say that we're not alone?
I'm just hang on. We'll come on to that because I've got some theories. Could it be like a pool, like an inflatable toy from like a swimming pool or something?
Not that
What?
fast.
Nah, come on.
Yeah, but once you're at 20,000 feet with the wind, it could. Also, you're flying past it, so it probably looks faster.
Yeah, but you're
You
not
think
going to get
that's
a fucking Lilo going past your plane. That sort of.
That's not a balloon.
Well, how do
come
you
on.
explain all the crazy things that happen in this world? So apparently, this model Valentina is now actually in some circles more famous than João Felix.
surprised.
Which crop circles? mostly.
Surprised.
Yeah, she's got 170,000 followers, and I assume that's why.
Yeah, they are most of them believers.
Yeah, I mean, that is the only UFO content she has posted.
So what else do you need after that?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
I've got to say, of all the UFO footage I've seen, that's the most convincing. The thing is, what's a real shame these days is that AI can make stuff very easily. Well, this was a couple of years
2
ago.
years
when it
ago, I
was-
don't think that was possible.
I don't think the technology was there 2 years ago.
Mm.
I've got some good footage to show you if you think that's the best UFO footage that you've ever seen.
Ooh.
So
tell.
I can't talk about UFOs without mentioning Danny Dyer and his docuseries, Danny Dyer, I Believe in UFOs. So just after Danny filmed the Football Factory, his career was on a bit of a plateau. And apparently he was just going around the UK doing like nightclub PAs, sniffing loads of coke, and he was on a bit of a downer. Anyway, somehow the BBC commissioned him to do a docuseries called Evidence of Aliens, I Believe in UFOs. And the premise was for him to go over and interview the top alien enthusiasts in America. And it is fucking gold.
That sounds excellent.
It's incredible. If you go to 111 here, yeah. So this is, just to give you some context, Danny's gone to this enthusiast's house, and the enthusiast is showing Danny the alien sighting and the alien that comes to his house on a nightly basis called Peekaboo.
We call him Boo because he's playing peekaboo. We name all these guys. My wife thinks this is flippin' hilarious. Watch it.
Wait.
You're very camp-based, Dan, yeah, but I can't get my head around that. At first, it's flat.
Oh, that's actually quite
Yeah,
scary.
you're right. And then
it starts
moves,
moving,
yeah,
yeah.
and then you do see that. I don't know what I can't deal with that. I don't know how to do that.
It gets even more bizarre. All right,
Can it get any more bizarre?
trust me. You ready?
Give it to me.
Suddenly, it felt like I had a little sliver in my hip. I tried to pick it out, and I couldn't get to it, so I decided to go to the doctor. The doctor took an X-ray of it, and they said, "Oh, we see something, but we're not sure what it is." And I'm yelling at this guy. I said, "Look, it's coming out. You can touch it and feel it." When it comes out, I feel this static shock that literally makes my whole leg jump. And this object is fuzzy, white fuzz. As soon as it hits the oxygen, the fuzz starts to melt. We look at it, he says, "I've never seen anything like that." It had some kind of structure inside, you can see, but I didn't know what.
Danny's face is
And
insane.
That's after I cleaned it up. I put it under black light, it turned orange. I shut off the black light, it stayed orange. Sent it off to the
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's
Look at his face. I think he's on a massive coke come down.
Yeah,
he
not what
does
you need
look
with a bit of
like
coke
it.
paranoia.
Absolutely insane. But famously, he sort of believes in them now. So the 6-week trip that he did in America, there's some really good interviews out on 8 out of 10 cats on it as well. But Danny Dyer is now a full believer.
I think they should bring that series back.
Oh, it was insane.
I mean, if you're that guy and there was an alien doing that at your house every day, wouldn't you move house?
Also, I like that he's got like alien blinds as well.
yeah.
His t-shirt's got an alien on it. There's like an alien on the wall. Also, he's really gone for the little green man vibe of alien that's like kind of gone out of fashion now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just his missus like pulling up a little inflatable alien behind the fucking thing.
What's the thing he found in his hip?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
But I was like looking into UFO sightings and stuff and like what people, because like basically until recently it was all about like little green men who come and take you away. And now it's a bit more like sort of vague and abstract and stuff. But I was reading up on the golden age of the like flying saucers taking me away things and like what people said. And apparently in the 60s to 80s, that was the golden era of anal probing. So like, so loads of people would claim that they'd be like abducted by aliens and taken onto a ship, and then they'd be like probed and have like stuff put up their bum and stuff. No one really knows why.
Is that because they always say that these like sci-fi alien side things, it's sort of that captures like the zeitgeist, the fear of the generation. Like nowadays, it's all about AI and stuff. Like what AI will take over the world.
And before you were worried about getting bummed.
Yeah, so that was the great fear of the 60s.
Some sort of like Cold War paranoia of being. So look, here's an extract I read. In 1957, 2 men claimed to be abducted by aliens while fishing. They said they were taken on board a ship, conscious but paralyzed, and examined by 3 creatures with robotic slit mouths and crab-like pincers. While they didn't specify rectal exam, the guy told journalists later, they gave a thorough, and I mean thorough, examination to me, just like any doctor would. And then he described a football-shaped probe. They were so shaken by the experience, they had to have several shots of whiskey afterwards.
It's not going to happen to us next week, is it?
Yeah. Something tells me they had several shots of whiskey before this experience as well.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of these UFO stories that you find, they're always like on camping trips where they have been. Yeah, I mean, that is when you see them, but there's also, it's just like, I mean, we did take like
Yeah.
2 bags of mushrooms and some
Do you
LSD.
remember Chris Smalling was on holiday in Jamaica a couple of years ago with his wife, and they said they saw a UFO, and she literally said, we weren't on mushrooms. She said, Chris and I saw an amazing UFO last night. It flew down in front of us and then turned back and went back up into the sky where it stayed for an hour. We hadn't taken any magic mushrooms.
Like it's some sort of fucking bird.
Yeah, we saw an amazing UFO last night, like a shooting star.
Wasn't sure if you get them with the hotel.
She said it was silent and too big to be a drone. Do you guys believe that there's life out there?
I believe there's life in outer space, yeah, for sure.
Same.
I mean, it's an infinite universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's got to be like
there's
another galaxy with another planet that's like us.
What's more scary is the idea there isn't and we're alone.
Yeah. The concept of an infinite emptiness, really.
The Fermi
terrifies me.
paradox is the we won't go into this, but if you're interested, Google it. It's like the idea of like, why have we not met other life?
Yeah.
My favorite theory is the national park theory, which is we are like rare species that they don't want it. We're like an uncontacted tribe or something,
And they don't want to
protect.
disrupt
So
us.
they're like looking at us from the outside, but they don't want to disrupt us.
Right, yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. I like
Wow.
that. My theory, before we talk about sport again, is that like we're basically like ants. So you know, an ant. I don't know how we know this, but apparently, if you put an ant on an A4 piece of paper and it crawls over to the other side, it doesn't know that it's gone round the other side. It thinks it's just gone in a straight line because it doesn't have that. It can't perceive the third dimension. So everything's just flat to it. So like, if you flick an ant doesn't know it's been flicked by a human. It just, I don't know what the fuck it thinks has happened. I think we're like that to life. Other life forms. It's like they're so big and complex that our brains can't even really perceive them.
Haven't you just described the end of Men in Black?
No, he just End of Men in Black. He gets his memory wiped.
No, they have little fucking things that are on marbles and they're just flicking them around.
Yeah. I'm basically describing that. But you get what I mean? It's like we're too simple a creature to understand them, and maybe, and this is where I always really lose people. Maybe stuff like natural disasters, even though we think we understand why they happen, maybe actually that is us being flicked like an ant. You know what I mean? It's these much bigger life forms like disrupting us. But
What have you been fucking smoking?
What's so unreasonable about that?
You think natural, like earthquakes and stuff? We've established the tectonic plates.
Yeah, we
That's
understand. We understand the internal logic of all
the
of
movement
it.
of.
Yeah, we understand all the
Earth.
internal logic of all of that stuff, but it's possible that they are triggered by something external.
Like, are they doing it sort of sadistically?
No,
Is it-
it's
do you
just
think
like
it- do
you
you think
step on
it's-
an ant sometimes, don't you? I feel like Carl Pilkington.
I feel like we're both about to get gifted a tinfoil hat.
I don't think that's that mental to say. Do you buy the idea that the life forms might be so complex that we can't meet them?
I think we're not alone.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're controlling
It's not
us.
going to be little green men whose language
No,
we can
no,
speak.
no,
You've just seen one.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe it was someone.
I like your national park theory, actually. That
That's not my
we're just
theory.
didn't like it.
Mine's the ants theory. Mine's that earthquakes is someone flicking you.
I don't think that. I think I believe that the Earth is a sort of creation of just like natural gases, like a combination. It's a freak creation,
I agree with that.
but that maybe it is.
There's another one out there.
There are other ones out there, but also maybe there is a greater intelligent life
Yeah, okay.
out there
Meet
that
you
is
halfway.
observing us.
That's a
and
nice halfway.
I don't think I have faith that outer space stuff doesn't want to hurt us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strong big guy.
No, really, unlike Kian Harro, who's after us, he's going to be coming.
We're ants to him.
Can we get the aliens to just go for Kian Harro first?
Go and probe his arse. At least do a
And his
lurcher.
dogs as well, please.
So Zach can sleep at night.
In a way, Kian Harro throwing that chair at the women in Ibiza was like your ant theory of them kicking the
He's
nest.
too
right?
complex a life form for me to really. Do you know what I mean? You might be able to perceive parts of it. Yeah. I could go on all night.
No human form could score that late winner at Wembley against Peterborough in the League Two playoffs.
I can feel a Patreon coming on.
Yeah.
Just the nature of existence. We should probably leave this conversation here.
Probably
Yeah.
take some mushrooms before it.
Yeah.
We'll pick this back up at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of unexpected sights, you see, Marcus Rashford is off to Barcelona.
How do you explain that?
What intelligent life form sanctioned that deal?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That is, I mean, I'm surprised by
I am
that.
surprised,
He's won the fucking lottery, hasn't
I mean, they've
he?
gone after every other left midfielder ever, haven't they? Like they've
Yeah.
done. Nico Williams couldn't do it. There was a couple of others, and now they're like, right.
And maybe it's not
Yeah.
quite the prestige move that it was, but it's pretty amazing.
I mean, they've got Lamine Yamal now. They've got Gavi.
Yeah.
They've got a very good
and
team.
it's better than going. No, I thought he was going to Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
Yeah, it's great move for him.
It is. Apparently, he had a bit of a nightmare journey to get there on Sunday night because Oasis had booked out all the private jet slots at Manchester Airport. So yeah, Liam Gallagher booked one to get back to his house in the south of France straight after the gig, which is not so rock and roll.
Is that actually what?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Apparently, according to
Yeah, fair enough.
the papers. And Rashford got delayed. Nightmare journey. He had to go to East Midlands Airport instead,
fly
and then
commercial?
no flies private.
Oh,
jet.
right.
I say nightmare flight. It's all relative, really, isn't it?
No one got anally probed at any point.
I think so. On Rashford's
You
private
never
jet.
know.
I think on Rashford's private jet, you never know.
That's the medical.
Yeah, good move for him.
Yeah.
United is still trying to shift all those other stars that clearly
It's quite a few.
don't
isn't
want to be
there?
there and that his careers have been ruined by their stint at Old Trafford. So there's like Jadon Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony, Tyrell Malacia. They all want out. And they're training away from the rest of the squad. I read somewhere that they're apparently not allowed to use the rest of the facilities until the rest of the squad has gone home.
I mean,
They can't see them.
yeah.
I mean, knowing Jim Ratcliffe, he's probably cutting costs where he can, and
Yeah.
not letting him use the taps.
Yeah, it means we can make the dressing room that bit smaller.
You're not washing their kit.
Yeah.
But United have done that for a while with their like.
With the naughty boys,
Yeah,
yeah. Because
yeah.
Jadon Sancho was training on his own.
Yeah, and he
for a
wasn't allowed to
while
eat
last
with
season.
them.
Yeah, he was eating
Makes
with
them
the
pay for
kids.
parking.
Have they got a collective name? The naughty.
I saw them being dubbed the United Five,
Oh, right, like-
which makes them sound like some like wrongfully imprisoned freedom fighters or like Extinction Rebellion protesters have glued themselves to Top Shop on Oxford Street.
It's IKEA now.
Oh, true. Top Shop's gone. Isn't it? Yeah.
It's a shame.
Anthony though, he's still looking for his next moves. He was at Betis last season.
Was that a loan?
That was a loan.
Didn't he do
He's
quite
back
well?
at- He did really well. I think he wants to go back there, and they loved him.
He was basically one of the best players in the
Yeah,
league.
yeah. So I think he's maybe angling to go back there.
But do you think that'll be a bit like? Do you remember when Jesse Lingard went to West Ham and was just fucking amazing for half a season?
And then didn't do it again.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
Korea.
Still?
Yeah, he's in
He's
Seoul. He's doing
Seoul.
quite well, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly the highest quality of football.
Nah, but
Yeah,
it's,
but I think he's
a good life.
Jesse Lingard's made for career.
He's having a good
He's
life.
doing his TikTok dances. Eric Ten Hag has popped up again though. So he's manager of Bayer Leverkusen now. I didn't realise, and he's refused to rule out signing Anthony for a third time. So he said in an interview that Anthony's like a son to him,
Fucking hell.
which. You know, his goal return at Man United is the kind of thing only a mother could love. So yeah, maybe explains why he's up for signing him again. And to be honest, it looks like he could do with some help at Leverkusen. So they had a pre-season friendly last week against Flamengo's under-20s, and they got smashed 5-1.
No way.
Fucking hell.
Which I guess the under-20s is pretty
Fucking hell.
humiliating. And Ten Hag did an interview afterwards, and he said, "The result looks bad, but I don't really give a shit about results in pre-season."
Yeah,
I mean, I
he's
don't care
honest.
what world you're in. That is terrible.
yeah, I kind of. His friendlies are bollocks.
No, but
Yeah.
under 20s.
Yeah, it's weird.
You're a senior Bundesliga side.
yeah. Quite right. He's just said, "I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
It's his answer to everything when he gets smashed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's better than the Amorim vibe of just like, yeah,
We are the
shit.
worst
yeah.
team we've ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah. Is he still doing that? I haven't really like checked in on Amorim.
Yeah, I don't know. I
He
mean,
can't do it this season. He had
Nah.
his season of being
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is the worst Man United side ever, but like it's his team now.
Yeah, but he's trying to get rid of all the egos, isn't he? So
Yeah,
we won't have
some of
much
whom are their
left.
best players, I would argue.
I would not get rid of Garnacho.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
he's unbearable, but
Yeah.
he's probably their best player.
Yeah.
Now Rashford's gone.
Yeah.
Mental. Oh, look forward to it.
Yeah,
Right, I think that's all we got, isn't it?
I think that's it. Yeah,
Off
Yeah,
to,
we're
I'm off to Roswell. Read some declassified files.
Yeah.
We're off to Patreon, aren't we?
We're off to Patreon
Where
for
we are
cricket special.
Cricket, because we did Kevin Peterson this week, which has been a breakout hit. Wouldn't have predicted that, but KP, the arsehole genius.
Oasis.
What are you just going to say? Oasis.
Just watch Oasis.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people have, and thank you to everyone who listens to the Oasis.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of good reports back, so appreciate it. But yeah, we're on Patreon. We're going to be discussing cricket's dirtiest dogs, basically. So sex scandals, wall to wall. So if you like the KP and Shane Warne shagging one, then you're going to love this. Some big names, including one England great, I would argue. Bit of a contemporary of KP. You'll have to listen to the Patreon episode to hear all about that. So if you're not already a member, patreon.com/Upshot Towers. We'll see you over there. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks very much. Thanks, JP.
Thanks, boys. Pleasure as always.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for listening.